Podcast.
Vamos a hablar del mejor deporte del mundo.
We're gonna call that the Hideki effect.
Te vas a apretar.
Gotta roast you out right quick before I let you go.
A cada puerco le llega esta noche buena. Este mensaje que no se está comiendo.
Amores que matan. Can.
Shaky, to say the least.
Lo que le dieron fue una falsa.
Yo espero que estés preparado para eso.
Playoffs? We talk about playoffs? Yeah, we talk about playoffs.
Call Sport Podcast. Call Sport Podcast.
Vamos a hablar del mejor deporte del mundo.
We're gonna call that the Hideki effect.
Te vas a apretar.
Gotta roast you out right quick before I let you go.
A cada puerco le llega esta noche buena. Este mensaje que no se está comiendo.
Amores que matan. Can.
Shaky, to say the least.
Lo que le dieron fue una falsa.
Yo espero que estés preparado para eso.
Playoffs? We talk about playoffs? Yeah, we talk about playoffs.
Call Sport Podcast. Call Sport Podcast.
Yo, buckle up, because it's about to get interesting now.
Yo me la vivo, a mí no me importa lo que diga la gente.
Esa es la reencarnación de Kobe. A correr los frentes.
A lot of pressure.
El equipo voló en canto.
El tipo es una bestia, el tipo es un animal.
Sense of pride there.
Como el cuco, no lo menciona ahí cuando aparece.
Matt, Cool. You represent more than yourself.
Los números están.
Whenever you see this glove, you already know what's the deal.
Claro que sí.
Sé que me escraché.
Golf 101.
Quieren drama, váyase a otro programa.
I'm gonna give you an etiquette, and then I'm gonna give you a rule.
Usted está mejorando gracias a eso.
¿Quién era ese chamaco antes que lo subiera?
Andando, papi, en las costillas hoy.
Está humilde Carlito está, pero yo quiero.
War number one, I don't know what to do with him.
A otro nivel.
Call Sport Podcast. Call Sport Podcast.
Arrancando duro nuestro programa.
Aquí esto para mí no es sorpresa.
Cosas nefastas que le pasan al boxeo que no queremos que pasen.
Out of the gate.
Boston gana en 5.
Siempre las buenas historias siempre están.
On Golf 101, we call golf.
Breaking news.
Matemáticas básicas. 1 más 1 es 2.
Killing it. Make
Quizás un reloj roto, tú sabes, está bien 2 veces al día.
So McElroy, he's definitely gonna make moves. Clark has to stay on that.
El atrevido es usted. El atrevido es usted que está retando.
Para la pintura no van a hacer mucho party, pero dicen desde ya.
Un rellenazo para Cody lucir bien.
PGA has not lost the competitive side.
Call Sport Podcast.
Thank you for joining. My name is Nolo Boy, founder of We Call Sport Podcast, which our goal is to analyze each sport and share our personal opinions. But before we start, here you have a QR code where you can subscribe to our different programs. Currently, we have 5 programs, 2 on English, 3 on Spanish. Don't worry, we're bilingual. If you want to join a Spanish program, we adjust you, okay? So on Mondays, in English, we call golf. I'll be joining Miguel to discuss the latest on the world of golf. On Tuesday, in Spanish, we call Sport Puerto Rico. Jay Salas will talk about sports in the island of Puerto Rico. On Wednesdays, in English, we call football. I'll be joining Hush X or special guests to bring you a week-by-week matchups until we get to the Super Bowl. On Thursday, in Spanish, the main cast, we call Sport Podcast. I will be joining G.I. Josh and Jandy to talk about MLB, NBA, and boxing. On Saturday, in Spanish, we call wrestling. The team of G.I. Josh, DJ, Jay Salas, and Hush X will bring you the latest and greatest on the world of wrestling. Hit like and share, and remember, we don't talk about it, we be about it. Here we go. We are live. Let's go and get it. Let's go. Once again, is your boy in We Call Football here in We Call Sports. You already know who it is. We don't got to go into. Let me go ahead and get that Atlanta Falcon horn. My bad. I know that you. Cancun time, guys. I get it. Cancun times. I get it, guys. I get it.
You mean the Cancun Knots?
I get it, guys. Cancun. I get it.
You mean the Cancun Falcons?
All right.
Hey,
All right.
I got something for you. I got here. It's the White Cup. So you can mourn the loss of your team. Here you go, sir.
for those of you guys that don't know, I'm an Atlanta Falcon fan to death, and to the day that God decided to take me out of this world, and that's why my boy next year, give me GI, my boy Hush X here, making it happen. But before we start, you already know, Nolo Boy, #Red Cup here, making it happen. We don't talk about it, we be about it. We call sports here, we call football. Talk to me, Hush X. How you doing tonight, man?
I am doing great. I am looking forward to this weekend where my Lions are gonna feast upon the poor souls that are put in front of us, upon a bunch of commanders. And over here celebrating. It happened what I told you was going to happen. I told you, do not have hope, sir. I told you. By the way, I'm also celebrating because I won fantasy this year.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here your winner on our internal fantasy football league. Your boy Hush X, giving us flowers. You already
just taking W's, my boy. Just taking W's. Sorry.
Blast, skippo guy. Anyway. Well, by the way, Hush X is the only one from the crew that's been coming, on board. That his team has actually made it to the playoffs. I know he's excited, coming from that win as well. But before moving up, let me go ahead and give quick shout outs here to my boy Jason Philly. Love you too, bro. Thank you for being with us. By the way, he reminds me of somebody. You know why? Because he is the general manager of one of our sponsors. So talking about that, let me just go ahead and jump into QB ventilation and let's go.
Quality Ventilation, the industry-leading service that keeps your business moving. These certified professionals can install any system that caters your specific needs. Their commitment to superior service to ventilation, maintenance, HVAC, and electrical is second to none. With more than a decade of service around the U.S. and trusted by major companies, Quality Ventilation staff have the experience to deal with all the models of equipment and stay up to date with the latest in technology. If you wish to contact them, please do so by email or visit their website at qualityventilation.net. And remember, se habla español.
Dímelo, Hush X. What we got to say right here after this commercial? And remember what?
Se habla español.
Let's go. Hey, listen up, everybody. Before we jump in, I got a couple questions. Just first thoughts, Hush X. What do you think about possibly the idea of maybe Deion Sanders making it to the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys? Did you expected that, or it just hit you out of nowhere?
I expected it because the Dallas Cowboys loves mediocrity and they love a spectacle. They do not take their team seriously. I'm sorry, you do not need Deion Sanders as your coach. You do not need another spectacle. What you need is an actual good goddamn GM, an actual good coach, an actual decent team, and something to change your culture. Jerry Jones still thinks that the Cowboys are this franchise that it's the spectacle. They're basically like the Lakers of the NFL. You're not. You are not. I hoped that this last year was gonna be like a wake up call.
Okay.
And they were gonna, when they searched for the coaches, they were gonna take the serious route. But no, I knew as soon as Deion Sanders' name started being thrown around, I was like, oh, this is Dallas Cowboys.
It's making news. So and I get you. I get what you're feeling, man. To be honest with you, I get exactly where you're coming from. But I think that this is typical Dallas Cowboys. They're not even in the picture. They're not even in the playoffs. Nobody cares what they do right now because they're not in the playoffs. But they want to keep themselves relevant. So how do I keep myself relevant? I don't fire McCarthy until I don't fire what I mean. I don't let McCarthy go or talk to nobody until his contract is
the
up.
last break.
Yeah.
Until the last minute.
After his contract is up. So let me be relevant by saying that. 1. 2, how can I keep relevant? Well, I made a call to Deion Sanders. Who cares? You called it. You called him. I bet you called him during the season. I guarantee you that, and nobody knew about it. So, but you know what? Since it's this time of the year, right? You want to make publicity. Then Dallas Cowboys not happening, nothing. So let me just throw this up there, and then the media is going to explode it, right? And then you got two. You got suckers like me and you talking about them right now. But it's just what they do. It's just what Dallas Cowboys do. So as far as that.
The way I compared them, it's like I don't know if you know what an Instagram thought is. Basically, that the type of girl that it's always in Instagram. She thinks she's famous because she has a couple of sims in Instagram and always is trying to like stir up drama, and she's always trying to do something to always maintain herself relevant, because if she's not in the spotlight, she doesn't feel good. That's what basically the Dallas Cowboys, and specifically Jerry Jones, is for the NFL. If he's not in the spotlight, he doesn't feel good. And I'm sorry, the way you should be in the spotlight is by your team being in the playoffs and playing this next weekend. But you can't do that because you don't have a competent team, because you just hire a bunch of yes men that just want to kiss your ass, and you never take your goddamn team seriously. I am so sick of the. After this, I don't want to talk about the Cowboys anymore. I want to talk about actual good, relevant teams. I don't want to talk about this goddamn franchise that drives me crazy.
So, just for me to close out this one, I believe that Deion Sanders should stay in college, and I believe he should leave his kid to go and play in the pros without him, right? Because he been with him all the way. Let him go. Let him do his thing in the pros. I will give Deion Sanders at least 1 to 2 more years, not only for him to recruit players in Colorado, which he will, because everybody wants to play for him. He will. So Colorado, he made Colorado relevant, because that program, nobody talked about them. So 2, 3, Dallas Cowboys don't need no Deion. Deion is big enough, and Dallas Cowboys is big enough. Okay, so I don't know why is all this controversy, which they want to be. I get it. I want people to still talk about Dallas while Dallas is not in the playoffs, right? I want to be relevant, right? We already know what you do, and that's why you got people talking about Dallas. And like I said earlier, 2 suckers like me and you talking about them. But he needs to get out of his ass and start looking for not that Deion is not a good coach. In my opinion, Deion is a really good coach.
He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the experience to play at an NFL level.
Not at an NFL level. He will. Evidently, he will coach in the NFL. But I will go honestly. I still think that Flores up there in Minnesota should be the perfect candidate for the Dallas Cowboys. He is not a yes man. However, he will come back and let you know how he feels about it. So that's what you need about a coach. That's what the world of the Jerry world needs. You need hard, strong feedback, and I think Flores is the guy that can give it to you. Plus, Flores is the defensive mind that is crazy. Plus, you have a great defense in Dallas, which most of them get hurt, whatever. We get it. Injury here. But he can establish that defense back together. I think Flores is the best guy in Dallas to become the coach in Dallas. That's just me.
They need a coach like Dan Campbell in Detroit. They need someone to change their culture. They need someone to direct them in a specific way. If it's going to be flashy, let it be flashy, but let it be a culture of winning, not outside noise.
Yeah. I just
need someone to take the culture in the field, to not be a yes man for Jerry Jones, to actually be competent in what they're doing, and to actually make that team. Because the team, let's be honest, the team is not bad. The team has talent. The team, if
coaching,
them paper,
coaching,
it's good. They just need a direction. They just need a culture change. They just need better coaching.
I'm with you 100.
Only once.
I'm with you. I'm with you 110. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. But before we jump in, I got something to say to you guys. Let's go.
We call football.
me see. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, be all right. I don't have the video with me in English right now, but I'm gonna do my best with y'all. Okay, We Call Sports is getting to 1 year anniversary. It is gonna be from next week, from the 20th to the 25th. All of our programs during this week will be giving out. We'll be giving out prices all the way through. So please, ladies and gentlemen, we all got almost over 1,000 prices. All right, $1,000 in prices. So
you're underselling it, my boy. You're underselling it, my boy. It's like
so
people. It's over $1,000 in prices.
it is.
It is going to be the whole week. We're gonna have a special programming for you guys. It's going to be on Monday. Monday in golf. We're gonna be giving out golf stuff. We're gonna be giving out personalized golf balls. We're gonna be giving out golf clubs. We're gonna be giving out golf shoes. People, we have all the. we have.
We got it.
We have wrestling shirts. We have golf Jordans. We have all the best prices for you guys, and we're not giving out. This isn't gonna be toys from Burger King. We're talking about legit good stuff that we picked for you guys. All you guys have to do, it's basically just share, like, subscribe, and comment on our videos. As soon as you guys do that, you guys are gonna be entering in order to win the prize. Also, you guys, as a requirement, you guys have to be in the live the moment that we announce the winner. If the winner does not respond and is not in the live, unfortunately, you guys are disqualified. Again, from the 20th to the 25th, it's still gonna be a bunch of special episodes. We're gonna be talking about stories about how We Go Sports was created, how each program was created, where was the origin, where our partners come from. I'm telling you guys are gonna love this. It's going to be our first year anniversary. We are excited, we're happy, and we can't wait to give those prizes to you guys.
Damn, you're more excited than me. I love it. I love it. Well, once again, like Hutch X just went at it. First year anniversary. Thank God we just got here. Nobody expected this. Well, nobody outside, maybe from us, expected this because we was going after it like it is. The boom that we have had is great. The support has been great, so we want to give back to you guys as well. And like Hush X said, all you have to do is a like and share. You will be in for the prices. All right, so stay tuned for this.
You guys also have to comment and they shared and they liked, so that way we do have a count and we can make sure that you guys are participating.
Yep, and don't forget about subscribing to our channel. All right, so let's go at it. So with that being said, let's jump on it and let's get in what we came in here tonight to get.
We Call Football.
All right, Hush. Last week, we began with the wild card. I already gave my picks of last week. I will be bringing it up every week, but I'm going to bring you up to speed on what I had, okay? So for me to give you the floor, for you to go ahead and jump in, okay? So my first wild card round and what I picked, guess what? Perfect. I didn't miss not even one. Well, some of them were given. Yeah, the AFC side was a given. The AFC, for me, it was a given. The only one that you can probably fight in there was the Chargers and Texans ones, because the Texans were coming in a little bit not a good spirits. But they actually came in and did their job. However, in the NFC is whenever I had my upsets, and both of my upsets came in through the right way. So a quick review for us, Hutch X, from last weekend, the wildcard weekend. What you got about that?
Well, personally for me, it sucked. It was just 5 beatdowns and one actual good game, which that's not what I want from my wildcard weekend. I want competition. I want I want upsets. I want people to just coming in with a passion, like, oh, I want to win. But the Steelers had no passion. They literally came in like they defeated themselves. The Chargers, I don't know what Justin Herbert was watching. He was probably watching ghosts because he was like throwing at random people that were not there.
Yeah.
4 picks. Goddamn.
4 picks.
But,
And the whole entire year, he only had 3 picks. But in this game, he had 4.
I don't know, bro.
That told you everything that you need to know. It's crazy. You know what is crazy too? That CJ Stroud, he's a sophomore year. He's a sophomore
he came
year.
back to life.
Yeah.
Came back to life.
So it's a sophomore year, man, and he already got more wins. Check this out. He got more playoff wins. All right, playoff wins than this 6 individuals that I'm about to mention. Okay, so be ready. Sit back. Be ready. Okay, CJ Stroud with the Texans in his second year, right? Second year, he already has more wins than Justin Herbert. By the way, 0 wins for him. None. Tua, 0 wins. You have also, by the way, Tua is on his 5th season, and Herbert got drafted with CJ Stroud. So the same year as CJ Stroud. So both season gone. Tua, 5th season, only has 0 wins in the playoffs. Kyler Murray, you already know, and he's been in his 6th year in the NFL. He has a donut for wins. Then you have Deshaun Watson with his 7th year in the league. Granted, 1 year he was injured, tore his Achilles. By the way, he tore his Achilles again. So it's just going from bad to worse.
And I'll give you another name, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, oh yes. So Watson only had 1 win in 7 years. And this is gonna hurt what I'm about to say.
And
ironically
enough, it was with the Texans.
Yep. And on top of that, you have Kirk Cousins. This is gonna hurt what I say.
Kirk Chains.
Kirk Cousins with only 1 win in 13 years. And then you have our boy from Dallas, Dak Prescott, with 2 wins in 9 years. So CJ Stroud already, as a sophomore, his 2nd year in the league, already has equal the wins to Dak, but the rest of the other 5 players, he has 1 win already on him. So I know CJ Stroud is big name. So CJ Stroud, listen to what I'm about to say right now. Alert. CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels will see each other in the playoff and the Super Bowl. Telling you right now, CJ Stroud will eventually see each other with Jaden Daniels in the Super Bowl. Both guys one reminds me of Lamar Jackson, which is Jaden Daniels. For me, is a complete copy of Lamar Jackson, but in another team. And then CJ Stroud is just, for me, is a mini. It's a toddler. It's a toddler. So we call baby goat Mahomes. So he's a toddler goat. You know what I'm saying? Just coming up. All right. So it's outstanding for what I'm seeing from him in the Texans. Plus, the Texans is giving them players. So usually when a franchise puts you players, mix in Diggs. Remind you, he doesn't have Diggs in this run.
I think with the Jaden Daniels, I can see it with Lamar Jackson, although I think he reminds me more of Jalen Hurts. Like I would say like the 3rd year of Jalen Hurts, like his best season. He does remind me a lot of Jalen Hurts. Which is, it's not a bad play. It's not a bad comparison with Lamar Jackson. Also, I just don't think he's as athletic or as fast when it comes to running as Lamar Jackson.
You gotta get him, put some pounds on too.
Probably, but he's also, it's not. I don't know. It's just Lamar Jackson for me, it's freaky because he's elusive as heck. Like sometimes I would see him in a scramble, and I think he would be like end up getting tackled for like by 5 different guys, and all of a sudden he just pops out of, and he's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm first down." What? As for CJ Stroud, I'm not gonna lie, I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid for him. This summer season, a lot of people have figured him out. it's hurt. It could be one of those things like you mentioned. He doesn't have Diggs anymore, so he doesn't have like his main weapon from last year, which is completely understandable. Huepa, saludos, buenas noches. Huepa, saludos,
Hey,
Jessica.
thank you, Jessica, for being with us. Appreciate it. Like and share would be greatly appreciated for us. Thank you for being with us tonight. All right. So you were saying.
I was saying that for me, C. Stroud, he needs, he has to get a little bit better when it comes to like choosing and picking when to pass. Because in my opinion, do you see him like a baby goat, like a baby Mahomes? I personally do not see it.
Toddler.
I just said Patrick Mahomes had better fundamentals and he had better skill, like throwing the ball even from year one. Because let's be honest, Mahomes was even from year one. You could tell he was good. He was gonna be good. He was gonna be great. I don't know, for C. Stroud this year, he has not shown me enough in order for me to like put him in that conversation. To be honest, I actually saw more from Caleb Williams than I saw from CJ Stroud this year. As weird as it might sound.
But the thing is, you gotta understand too. Whenever it's a second year, like for Jaden Daniels, next year is gonna be tough because they haven't seen you before. So now that they don't have tape on you like that. Now they have tape. Whenever CJ Stroud last year, he was blowing people all around because they don't have tape. They didn't know how his tendencies. Now they figure him out. So now that's why you saw the difference. And on top of that, he's had a whole bunch of people injured. Nico Collins was injured. Diggs is done for the year. Mixon lost majority of the, like, let's say half of the season. So you got to look at all these pieces that he has, like key pieces, not my number 2 or my third wide receiver. No. His number 1 receiver. That, by the way, he was leading the league on yards before he got injured. So on top of that, you got Mixon. Without Mixon, that team doesn't operate. They need Mixon to run the ball. If the Texans run the ball on the Chiefs, they're gonna bring it on. It's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah, and it also opens up. Yes, it actually also does open up the game for C. Stroud, which I get that. Again, like I said, I get that. It's just that for me personally, he needs to show me a little bit more in order for me to put him in those conversations. He could still be being there, but I personally don't see him like in that he's going to be in the Super Bowl in the future. For Jaden Daniels, I do see it because I've always said that Washington is just one special player away from being good, because Washington has always had a good defense. Washington has always had good receivers because Terry McCollum, Scary Terry, an absolute animal. I loved
the two-headed monster with Robertson Jr. and Eckler. Now, like Eckler finally came back, so those
weapons are nasty.
We're going to be talking about this here later on. We're going to be talking about this in a minute. But another thing. So what was the game that surprised you in the wild card?
I want to say the Eagles and the Packers. Okay. I honestly thought that the Packers were going to show more. Okay. I still thought that they were going to lose, but I didn't think it was going to be 10-22. I thought it was going to be like closer, like, I don't know, like 20-23.
I had it by a touchdown. I had him by a touchdown at the end.
I had it by a field goal. Okay. Which that's how close I thought that they were, because the Packers were coming in incredibly hot. They were coming in guns blazing. So that's why. The one that least surprised me was the Minnesota one. I knew Minnesota were frauds. I knew it. I was like, it's gonna happen. Like, I feel so bad for Minnesota fans. I used to live in South Dakota, which is like a couple of hours away from Minnesota, and I used to go to the games. Those fans are passionate. Those fans are awesome.
Yeah, I love them. They're good. They got them.
But I feel so bad.
The Green Bay Packers fans are good too. Steelers are crazy.
No, don't talk to me about the Steelers.
No. We talk about them. Stay with the Vikings and Rams. Talk to me about the Vikings and Rams.
Mm-hmm. I feel so bad for the Minnesota fans. Like they deserve better. They really do. I mean, God, bro, it feels so bad.
Oh my god.
They got beaten down. Like you could see, like you can see in the stadium. Like every time they would cut the camera to like a Vikings fan, you could see like the hope just like going away, just like slowly but surely. But they just like they had no hope. I'm like, oh, it feels so bad for them, bro.
Oh no. Yeah, it
It's
was.
like,
It was
bad.
it was horrible, 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 man. What can I say about
Worst
that?
case scenario.
So yeah. You know what? Honestly, I had the Rams winning that one because they got the one that was killing them for a long time, Matthew Stafford. So I knew Matthew Stafford was gonna be in there and he was gonna drill them until next week. So on top of that,
the thing is that Matthew now has all his weapons.
yeah,
The Rams are finally healthy.
and on top of that, they got one of the youngest defense in the league right now, and they are playing out of this world. So letting you know, the Rams is a team that you do not want to see. You do not want to see the Rams because Matthew Stafford, everybody knows that he's a sling loader. That boy throws this ball like it was no yesterday.
And
So
and Cooper Cup, Pakua, and
and Williams,
he has
too, the running back.
he has all those boys just like running straight down the line. It's like, you guys are open, I will get you.
Yes. Yeah, and it's a veteran too. He's seen it all. You're not gonna catch him. You probably surprise him one play or another. Yes, you will, but you better be ready because he's gonna surprise you. Yeah, you will. And by the way, extremely happy that change, right? That trade that happened between the Lions and the Rams. Is, for me personally, that trade is pretty even. The only thing that the Lions need to get is the Super Bowl, and they're in contention right now. They're heavy favorite right now to get to the Super Bowl. So
give it a couple of weeks.
So I think that this has been the trade that most level has been.
It's benefited the most. I think it's like and also the Rams organization has not let their downfalls define them. They have continued, like, even if they have not had high draft picks, they had been trying to collect quality over quantity, and they be trying to get good players and players that fill their spots in that draft, even though that they have not had like the most draft picks or have had the highest draft picks. So they are doing their job. Like that Rams organization, I have to give it to them.
Yeah, they're doing great, man. That coaching is great too. Like everybody in there, like, you can't complain. The LA Rams cannot complain about them, and they finally got a stadium, so that's outstanding. And then dealing with the challenges of the what is going on in California with the fire. And by the way, I hope everybody is doing great out there. Best wishes, and I hope that everybody that's affected by this comes out and the other side bigger, brighter, and better for the world, right? So on top of that, moving on, I'm still gonna stay in the NFC because I want us to talk about this little match. All right, what happened, Bucks?
Hey, yo, leave the Bucks alone, bro. Baker Mayfield was playing his ass off.
What happened with Ric Flair? Woo! Gotcha. Hey, I had the Commanders winning that, and I think I had them by a field goal or by a touchdown. I don't remember, but I had the Commanders winning this. I love it. I love every single minute of the game. It was for me, out of the wild cards, the best game was that one. hands
By far.
down. Yeah, hands down.
Like,
So
again, that's what I said. It was like 5 beatdowns in only
Mhm.
one actual good game, which again,
Yep.
I don't like. I don't want that on my wild card weekend. But man, it was a dogfight. Like
oh yeah,
Baker Mayfield, at the end of the game, he was playing his ass off. And again, Bucks fans, do not feel sad. You guys
Yeah.
fought it out. Mr. 1000 was being Mr. 1000. He had Rashawn Lattimore like us giving him a spanking.
Hey,
So finally, Mike
Love
Evans
it.
was like, "Yeah,
Hey.
yeah."
I got something. Jaden Daniels, first rookie in NFL history to win 3 games with 0 turnovers and 0 punts. His last 3 games. And on top of that, one of them was a playoff and was a road game. The only team that won on the road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out to the Commanders. They got something going on in the Capitol, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. It is looking outstanding. The NFC right now,
all the people
Eagles,
that said it was like, "Oh, don't draft Jaden Daniels." Now they're looking at each other like,
was the best pick by far in the draft for me personally. I think he was like the best. Besides that, it was Bowers, tight end, got drafted number 13. Don't make me talk about us because we did a good job on picking Penix Jr. I know that back then, and with the 8th pick, I know that back then it was really controversial because we just signed Kirk for $100 million guaranteed. So I know it was controversial. People was like scratching their heads or whatever, but I think it was the right pick. Now that we look back, at the moment, everybody had questions. In the moment. Now we don't have no questions.
You guys aren't off the hook yet. Let Penix play one full year. Let's see how he goes, and then maybe you guys are off the hook a little bit.
Let me tell you, the NFC South is ours. Let me tell you right now.
We will see about that.
Let me tell you right now. So
you guys have some work to do.
On top of that, the Bills beat down the number 2 defense in the league. It was a massacre. Bo Nix couldn't do nothing. By the way, it was in Buffalo. Weather shouldn't be a factor because they play all year also outside.
Denver,
so
they play in Denver, so it's like
it wasn't that the factor.
It was just simply that the Bills were better team.
Yeah,
it's not,
overall, yeah.
There was no shame in that. Even regardless, the Broncos overachieved because no one had the Broncos in the playoffs. Bo Nix, I expect great things from you, sir. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Just it happens. The Steelers
right now.
The Steelers. Please, fire everybody. Just fire.
Don't fire the coach.
No. Mike Tomlin needs to go. Tomlin needs to go. Yes.
No.
He needs to freaking go.
Do not.
I am so sick and tired.
Do not hurt my feelings like that.
No. I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired with the Steelers. You know how hard it is. It always happens. They overachieved at the beginning of the season. At the end of the season, when the games matter, he always fumbles the bag. In the last 10 years, we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. In the last 10 years, the Steelers have been on a trajectory closer to Dallas Cowboys. The reason that we don't complain is because no one is saying, no Steelers fan is always saying, "Oh, we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl." That's the only reason why they're not complaining.
The Steelers have made the playoff every year. It's not you can't compare the Steelers organization against the Cowboys. I'm stop it right there. Because the last 6 years they made it, but they have lost in the first round. Got it. I got what you said. I know where you're coming from.
The Cowboys always make the playoffs. That's not the issue. The issue is not making the playoffs. It's actually doing something. The last time that the Steelers actually won in the playoffs, Big Ben was their quarterback.
And it was against the Chiefs in 2017. So
Yes,
and I got you.
He's been retired for 5 seasons now.
And I got you on that. But Tom, no, not Mike Tomlin. No. He
needs-
you know, this is what I think he needs. This is just personally me. I think he needs to change. He needs to get wide receivers. He needs to figure out who's his quarterback is gonna be, because this dilemma that was going on, and now Wilson is a free agent now this year.
But here's the issue. If you don't lose, how are you gonna pick a good quarterback? So you need to either pick what do you want. Either you want to stay in mediocrity and make the playoffs every year and get bounced in the first round every year, or do you want to win a Super Bowl, which is the bottom line.
And it's in the offense that he needs to fix it out because his defense is good. Defense try to keep him in the game. Listen, this should have been like a worse beatdown than what they had. Because at one point, Russell Westbrook came back and they were like down by a touchdown. So until Mike Henry didn't pop out, like I think it was a 22-yard run and scored, that made it, I think, 28 to 14. I think it was 21 or 28, something like that. That's whenever they got a little bit breather. But it's not the coaching. I will tell you, it could be the offensive coordinator, which it was the Atlanta Falcons coach, and he got fired. It could be that again, the quarterback scenario.
But also, how long are you gonna be depending on that defense? That defense is getting old. TJ Watt has like what, 1, 2, 3 more years of being a productive player.
I think he got more. I think he got like 3 more. Let's say 3. Let's just put it at 3.
Let's just say 3 more years. He's been in the league for a while now, and he's still, again, defensive player of the year candidate every year.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you got. I was gonna bring you that about defensive player, but it wasn't about that one. I gave it to you whenever we talk about the Chiefs, because I got something for you for the Chiefs. Okay. Gotta give you a recognition over there, because you called it. So okay, but before I let you, I'll give it back to you. You gotta stop being predictable in the offense. Everybody know that you throw in the Pickens. Everybody know that. That's the only wide receiver that you have that you throw in the ball to.
That's the only option. Because that's the thing. That's the only option that you have for downhill. Although besides that, you always play lateral. You cannot play lateral because you always cannot tire your offense out.
So you playing against you can't blame them. So you're playing against the number 1 offensive team in the league, and you was down at one point by a touchdown. So the defense did their job. Now, what you did in the offense? That lets you know that the offensive coordinator for me is one that needs to be changed. 1, 2, you need to get another running back, because Harris is getting up there already. So I think, and I believe that he is also hitting free agency this year. So
yeah, he if I'm not mistaken, yes, he is. Unless they franchise tag him, which
they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. So and then you got one receiver. That's all you got. One receiver.
I honestly think that the Steelers, what they need to do is just bottom up for 1 year. Just buckle down your pride, lose, tank, and then regroup. There is no shame
in tanking.
There is okay.
Let me tell you something, man. You talking about this? You talk about Steelers Nation, bro. You're talking about one of the iconic franchises of the NFL. They ain't gonna do that, bro. They ain't gonna. I'm telling you right now.
They should because again, they're not a big market like Dallas. So they don't attract free agents.
They
don't have. The Steelers are not a big market. The Pittsburgh Steelers
was Mike out there.
No,
yes.
No, they're not a big. They're not a big market,
bro.
They're not a big market.
Oh,
look it up.
I differ. But you gotta think about the Steelers franchise. The history Everybody wants to wear that black and yellow. Like my boy Lil Wayne says, the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. So anyway, I'm telling you right now, the Steelers are an iconic franchise, one of the oldest franchise in the NFL. So they're gonna pull. Plus, they got Mike Tomlin in there, bro. Like, of course.
Here's my fourth. The Steelers are the 17th best value team in the NFL. 17.
The 17? No, bro. Ugh.
Yes, they are. They're worth $5.3 billion. $5.3 billion, and they're number 17.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you right now. From where I sit, my personal opinion, they are top 5 franchises in the NFL. Top 5 as far as that you want to play.
True.
If they tell you,
true.
If they ask you like which team you would like to play to, they're in the top 5. Especially whenever you mention the coaches. That's it. It's a done.
Here's the thing. If you're a free agent, do you want to go to not a legacy team? You want to go to a team that can get you the most bang for your buck. That is
then
a big market team. The top 10 big market teams.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. They're not a sexy. They're not a sexy. Appealing team right now.
They're not Dallas. They're not Los Angeles. They're not New York. They're not Boston. They're not Las Vegas. They're not a sexy destination for free agents. So big name free agents are not going to go to the Steelers.
But it's not because of the franchise. It's because their team is not good. Their team is not good. It's like nobody would like to go to Buffalo, but goddamn it, you got Josh Allen in there.
New York.
But ain't nobody want to go upstate New York. Ain't nobody want to go upstate New York. Hell no. You see the snowstorms up there? Hell no. Ain't nobody want to go up there. Hey, but I tell you, the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, Baltimore Ravens. Ain't nobody want to go to Kansas City. But you know what? Mahomes is out there. But you know what? Kelsey's out there, and the Reed is out there. And they're not sexy like that.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Houston. Then Texas are
exactly. You know, but at least it's one tax. It's not like New York. New York is like 3 taxes anyway. But again, you don't have. Ain't nobody want to go to Detroit. That's up north too. But guess what?
Nobody ain't gonna. But that's the thing. Detroit.
But guess what? The franchise is great. Right now, because they were struggling a couple of years. By the way, back to back.
But what did Detroit do? They had to buckle down. They had to start losing, build their team slowly but surely, and then with the Matthew Stafford trade, that just accelerated the process. But they were still on a way of being good. Mm-hmm. That's what they have to do. I'm not saying the Steelers are gonna stay a losing team forever. That is not what the Steelers are. That's not what the Steelers represent. The Steelers represent hard-nosed, blue collar, smash mouth. I'm always here in your face. I'm always gonna be a fighting chance. That's what the Steelers represent, and that's why the Steelers are one of my favorite teams. But they're in a crossroads. They need to realize what's better for the franchise in the long run.
And I get you too, because I get you slightly. I get you, because I don't think they will do it. That franchise is too pride, and the city is too pride to just chunk a season down. But anyway. However, for you to get a better draft position and get bigger and younger, I get you on that side. Like, you got it for building purposes, right? But I don't think they will do it. Tom, he's just a beast. Yeah.
Too much
he's
pride.
A beast.
Too much pride.
Mike,
too much pride.
He's a beast. He's not gonna lose. Mike Tomlin is a beast. He's just a beast. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna be like your boy in Detroit that had like 2 bad years, but then again, he go ahead and wins back-to-back years. So
hey, don't mouth balls of steel, Campbell. Okay,
yeah,
not in this podcast, sir.
no, hell no. I'm giving his flowers because Campbell took it like a man. He was, I think there was like what 1 in 16, 1 in 15 or something like that. It was a year.
His first year, yeah. he was 0 in 15. He was 0 in 16.
Horrible.
He was 16, and then the second year he was 1-16, and
Yeah,
then
shout out. You know what? Shout out to the organization to sticking with him. Got to give it to the organization on that one.
because
So
they,
I
because they
rarely
could
give
see,
it to them.
because they
Yeah.
could see they went from being mediocre to losing, but they were losing while fighting. So
Mhm.
they could see, it was like, okay, there's something here.
They saw the vision out there. So shout out to all of them. Wild Card Weekend was great, was awesome. So let's go ahead and jump into this upcoming weekend. Let's jump into it and make it happen. But before we jump out, there's two things I want to say. First of all, there's two franchises right now still alive in the playoffs that haven't won a Super Bowl. All right, which is the Lions and the Texans. All right, so those two one has a realistic chance to get it. The other one has a puncher chance to make it.
Yes.
But to make it. So we'll see what's happening with this one. But I don't gotta say which one it is. Okay, so y'all already know what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all already know what I'm cooking. All right.
You already know what's up. You already know what's up.
Here you go.
That's what's up.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and hit these matchups that we got for tomorrow. Have our picks. And then next week, Hush X is gonna be with me, hopefully, and we'll talk about the actual division matchup, championship, and then we pick our picks for the Super Bowl. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into that.
We call football.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we will have here. It is outstanding, man. This is the battle of MVPs, man. Point blank. All right. This is what I got.
This is the battle of the MVP versus the second place.
Well, let's be honest. If you let this man win a third MVP, is he's gonna come with redemption. He has to come with redemption because at this point, you got 3 MVPs. You've been the best player in the league for 3 years consecutive. I don't want to hear it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about my boy Lamar Jackson. Who you think is going to be the MVP? Hold on. Look at this is going to be one thing I'm going to tell you. More rushing yards, QBR number 1, more TDs. You don't got nothing to fight with me. You don't have nothing to say to me, bro.
I do. I do. You know why?
Let's turnovers than the Bills. He has 6 Pro Bowlers in his team versus 1 on the Bills. I got you. You probably can have that one, right? But
no. Hey, here's where I have you. Last year it was winning overthrows the stats. Because that was the argument. That was the reason why Lamar Jackson won the MVP. Because it was like, I don't have the stats, but I have the winning. Now we're gonna keep it the same. We're gonna keep it the same story. We're gonna keep it the same timing. My boy Josh Allen has his Bills number 1, has his bill winning, and he's been the best player in the second best team in the NFL.
Yeah, still.
I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson, you had your 2.
Hold on.
It's time for my boy to have the 1.
So listen, if it was for that, yes, because Lamar don't care about that and shit no more. Lamar don't care. He got 2 of them looking at him every day. Then he goes to the house. He don't care about that. But if it comes, welcome, right? If it comes, welcome, right? But you can't compete against the numbers that Lamar is putting out there. And on top of that, you have Ken Henry, and you have that amount of rushes in there. You just can't compete with that. The second leading rusher out there. So right now, I'm telling you right now, no break. Anyway, Sunday, this game is going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So with that being said, we're going to keep arguing about this one. I feel like this is one going to keep going all the way through. So Hush, who you got and why?
Bills.
Oh my God.
Bills. I think it's Josh Allen's year. I think the Bills are finally in a position that they can finally overcome their biggest rivals, which is have always been the Ravens and Lamar Jackson and the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. This is the year, and I have them winning by a field goal. It's going to be 31-28.
Okay, it's gonna be a cold weather game. Temperature is supposed to be at 8 and snowy, so snow could play a factor in this game.
Probably,
So
but I'd still that with both the Ravens being such a good running team, that's not going to affect them. Also, I think that the Bills can defend themselves. They're already used to that weather, so
ain't nobody. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
ain't nobody. Yeah,
Ain't nobody want to tackle that man, King Henry, coming down, coming down the side, coming down the middle. Ain't nobody want to stand in front of that man.
in the legs, baby, legs, baby.
That grown man that treats grown men like kids. You know that you. First of all, let me put this out there, man. King, come over here, man. Let me talk to you, man. You know, stiff arm, grown ass man. You know they got kids, man. Stop doing that, bro. They got kids, grown ass man. Got kids. You making them look like that. Horrible.
Have you seen the video of what he did to Ethan Thomas?
Yeah.
He literally,
Bro, he has the
swinged
meanest.
Seeing them around and then just pushed him against his own teammate.
He has, listen, Ken Harry has the craziest stiff arm. Not probably. He got the best stiff arm in NFL.
Do you want to
I will go as far as say NFL history because I've never seen something like that.
You want to know the craziest stat about King Henry?
What's up?
He rushed for 12,000 yards in high school.
Listen,
he rushed in 4 years. He rushed for 12,000 yards in high school.
it's once again, dude got into it. He got into it whenever.
Man.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, they got a better it's just better defense, better offense, running. The play action with Lamar is crazy. You don't know who to tackle at the end of the day. The option routes, the way that the offense roll, I see the maturity on Lamar Jackson from previous years, standing in the pocket, getting it in. I get it. Josh Allen's having a great year, and I love that Josh Allen brought down his interceptions and his turnover way down from the year prior. I got it. I get all the flowers that the Bills need and have, but at this particular point, I don't see them matching up good with the Baltimore Ravens. I just don't see it. And not half, but Josh Allen has been in need of throwing the ball downfield. And the Ravens, with Hamilton out there leading the way, I'm telling you, in the back, they're going to get some picks. I'm telling you right now, he's going to give some picks out. I'm telling you, the pressure of the defense of the Ravens, I believe it's top 5 in the league. So stay tuned. It will happen whenever he feels that pressure, whenever they feel that you don't know who to tackle because you don't know if Ken Henry is Lamar's gonna give it to Ken Henry or take it. So just keep in mind all this. And on top of that, I will say that they are in need of a Super Bowl. Not now. This will hurt. This, and I will give you that question to you. This was a loss here. Who will hurt the most? It will hurt most Josh Allen, or it will hurt Lamar Jackson.
That's the thing. I think it's gonna be a dogfight because both of them are desperately need this. They both are seeing this chances as their last one. Sure, I know that they have like big contracts and stuff like that, but they, both of them have learned to realize like there is no, when it comes to playoffs, there is no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably never gonna be in the same position ever again. So it's always a hope and never a promise. So I just think that it's going to be a dogfight, and for them, either whoever loses is going to hurt them equally. It's gonna basically they're gonna feel devastated because this is probably the best season of both of their lives as players, and I think this is the best teams that they've had in their careers collectively, both of them.
I would defer. I would
From
say
the Bills, I think the Bills has had it.
No, I think the other way. I think it's Lamar will be hurt more. You know why? They brought Ken Henry, and Lamar has everybody around him. He has better receivers, and he has better chemistry. Whereas people remember that Josh Allen, his number one receiver, was taken away. Okay, so and then Cook went at it right now. Cook went at it. Von Miller last year wasn't there, so he has like a couple of scapegoats, right? And I'm sorry to say this. And it's Buffalo. Buffalo.
But that's the thing. Because it's Buffalo. Because Josh Allen has been so close for so long. He honestly has become like basically the Peyton Manning to Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he's always been like the second guy, and you can tell that the way he plays and the hunger he plays with, he doesn't want to be that second guy. He wants to be their guy.
Yeah, especially don't bring the 13 seconds thing that happened against that 13-second game. Yeah,
of the overtime.
He's always been that close. He's been that close. The thing. Yeah,
he's always like that little of how. While with Lamar Jackson, he's never been that close to Patrick Mahomes. I want to say.
Yeah,
like no, he's never had like.
He's been close too as well.
He's been close, but
and it's always been Patrick or Josh Allen that's got in the middle. So those three, they see each other no matter what. So if the way the order is stacked, they're already know, like, okay, yeah. I'm like, they're like, okay, I don't have to see Baltimore. Or Mahomes is like, okay, guaranteed, I don't gotta see Buffalo.
No, but
or the
I don't say this. The Chiefs have to be. Yet the Chiefs have to be worried. They cannot be relaxed.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about that right now.
They cannot be like, oh, I'm seeing the Texans. No, you cannot, sir.
Oh yeah, talking about that, let's go at it.
We call football.
All right, talking about that, the Chiefs not being comfortable. All right, because the Texans are coming to town. All right, so granted, and I'm with you 100% on that one. You don't get comfortable. C.J. Stroud is Nico Collins is a beast. Your secondary cannot stop Nico Collins. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. You always gotta have safety. You always gotta need help. Point blank. All right.
And always the biggest thing, the Texans have nothing to lose. They really have nothing to lose. If they win, we won. If we lose, nobody gave us a chance. So it's like.
So, like you're saying, I think the Chiefs are playing for something bigger because they're going to go for the third one in a row for the dynasty. So the pressure is more on the Chiefs than anything else to win the game. So Andy Reid and them boys, they're always going to come around with a good plan. It's Andy Reid boys. They're going to go tight end deep, right? Kelsey must show up on this particular game. The defense, the Texan defense, I don't know where they were for the past couple weeks. But last weekend, it was a totally different team. They are hungry. They coming in here to get it. And C.J. Stroud, you can count that he's going to have a good game. He will not be committing no mistakes.
Hope so.
He will not be committing no mistakes like that, man. I'm telling you right now.
I hope so. And
ain't no break.
It's going to be a really hot take, but I have the Texans upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs.
And this is where me and you part ways. So I got Baby Goat. In here. I got Patrick Mahomes winning this one. It's not gonna be easy, like I said, and I'm hyping Texans because I love drama. I love that key place. So and Patrick Mahomes already played against the Texans and won. So get it. The Texans know what they're gonna be coming into.
Did he win, or did the refs? Did the refs build them out? So that's the thing.
We're gonna talk about the Zebras.
No. Yeah,
talk about the 12 player. Talk about the 12 player.
Yes, that's always been my issue with the Sheets, and that's always been why I've always said that out of all those teams in the playoffs, there are two frauds. I've always said it's going to be the Minnesota Vikings, which I had them losing in the wild card round, which lo and behold, we both knew that was going to happen, and the Kansas City Chiefs, which if they were in the wild card round, they would have been eliminated. Why? Because playoff football, it's not the same as normal football. And I don't care how much Taylor Swift you need to date. I don't care how much Patrick Mahomes you want to level up. I don't care how much you want to make Andy Reid the Nets you want to make the Chiefs the Nets Patrick the Nets Patriots. I don't care. This is the year where they finally need to stop. Whether it's the Texans, whether it's the Bills, or it's in the Super Bowl with my Lions, the Chiefs are not going to repeat. That is my hot take. That is my hot take, and that's you guys can quote it. You guys can clip it and put it everywhere. The Kansas City Chiefs are not repeating because they're an absolute fraud of a team.
That's you. That's what you think. I differ. Yes, they have had a 12-man with black and white stripes. I get that. I get that. Sometimes what you need is luck, and it has happened to them. Not once, not twice, a good amount of times. Okay, so including the regular season. I'm not talking only about playoffs.
One of 5 teams ever to win a division and not score more than 30 points in a game during the whole season.
Listen, it's been close, but whenever you have Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, listen, everything can happen, and I got him winning this one. I'm sorry to let you know, and trust me, everybody sees what you just said. Trust me on that, but it will be. I think this will be the most interesting game this weekend, and I think it will be the game that everybody should include officials and hire people from New York. They're gonna keep a good eye on because those complaints has been raised by everybody. It's like
no, but it's not gonna stop them. It's not gonna stop them. They're still gonna screw the other team. No, they're still gonna screw the other team, and they're still going to try to make the Chiefs look good and win. But it's not gonna. But I'm telling you, the Chiefs are gonna screw themselves out of the Super Bowl. And I hope the Texans do it. Why? And the reason that I'm so passionate about this is because I'm so sick and tired of the Chiefs this year specifically, because it's become more and more evident that the NFL needs that one dynasty in order to replace the Patriots and replace Tom Brady, and they want to push Patrick Mahomes and they want to push the Chiefs so much that it's become borderline ridiculous. I'm sorry, they do not deserve the Super Bowl. It's not. Feel like
I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but I don't think they're gonna get eliminated in this round. So I give you that one.
I come from wrestling. It's like the way I see it is when you have like this bad guy wrestler that has been the world champion the whole year, but you know that the way he's been winning, it's by cheating and by screwing people over. That's how it feels. That frustration. That's how I see the Chiefs.
There's a couple of people that have reached out to me talking about that they have specifically one of my cousins, like he's like I don't watch NFL no more because I think it's rigged now. Like I think it's rigged to that point. So like especially the name that comes out or the team that pops out is the Chiefs. So
the Chiefs always.
We will see. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think New York is going to be more on top of this game. So just stay tuned. This is what happened. We'll see it. This game is on. It's on. If I'm not mistaken, this game is going to be the first game on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. It's going to be on ESPN and ESPN/ABC. So stay tuned. This is where it's going to be. This is actually the game that starts the the weekend on
The
Saturday.
playoff weekend.
Yep.
Can you
So-
imagine the upset that starts the
Oh
weekend?
my God, this will be
Just
crazy.
absolute madness.
Madness. So let's go ahead and jump to the second game that's going to happen on Saturday. In this, Hush probably going to be really happy about this one. Let's go.
We call football.
All right. Hush, the floor is yours, man. I mean, this is your team. Go ahead and put the flowers out there. Oh, wait. I forgot to mention this. I forgot to mention this. And before I left the Kansas City Chiefs, I got to give you your props. You said that the man of the year was going to be won by Travis Kelce, and that's what damn happened. So you call that one. You call that one in that episode. I got to clip that and put it out. So Hush, what you think about the Lions against the Commanders? What you got?
I love the background. Because it's exactly what's gonna happen. We're just gonna feast upon the Commanders. And okay, again, not just being serious now. The Commanders are a really good team. The Commanders have a good defense, have good offense. We have the offense. We are the number one offense in the league. Sure, the stats may not say it, but are
number two in the league. But go ahead, I got you.
We're number one. We're number one. Our record says we're number. Our record says we're number one. Our record says we're number one.
Well, go ahead.
David Montgomery is going to be available for us, so that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have a full offense. We're gonna have a full team, healthy, ready to play. And I just think that the Commanders do not have enough fire weapons in order to beat the Detroit Lions. And the Lions have not shown a iota of weakness this whole season. The only team that has actually managed to beat them has been the Kansas City Chiefs. No, actually, not the Chiefs. Actually, only the Bills, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
correct. Only the Bills. So you see, it took basically the Bills in order to beat us. I just don't think that Jaden Daniels and their boys out there in Washington have enough weapons. The upset could always happen because it's football. It happens. But I'm betting on my boys, and I think the kingdom is coming. The kingdom come, and this year is going to be our Super Bowl year. Please, God, let it happen. Please. Please, if you give me something this year, let it be that. Please.
Minimum, let it be that. Okay.
Let it be that, please.
I'm totally with you. However, I gotta give flowers to the Commanders. They are doing a great job. They're not gonna be easy. Once again, this reminds me of the earlier matchup that's gonna be on Saturday, which is the Chiefs against the Texans. The Lions cannot take it easy on the Commanders. They cannot take it easy. The Commanders have the momentum in their side right now, and then every team
that defense is playing,
and then every team that has a bye week in the wild card that doesn't play in the wild card comes kind of flat out. So it's really important for the Lions to come out and establish themselves in the offense. If I was them and I get to pick the ball, I would get the ball straight up, in the first possession. It should be them straight up.
I think that it's with the Lions. That's not going to happen as much because they had to play the last game of the season full power in order to get that bye. So it's not like, for example, like the Kansas City Chiefs that they had 2 weeks off. So that it doesn't feel the same. Which with them it's just one bye week.
Yeah, but it's still.
So I do get what you mean, and it's something that it's something that has happened before. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers in 2021. It happened. They had 2 weeks off, and then they faced the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns just absolutely destroyed them. No, I'm telling you, it was like something disgusting. I think it was like 48-37, something crazy like that. So it does happen, and I get to what you mean, but I do think that with the Lions, it's not going to happen as much. Why? Because that Dan Campbell is not going to let those boys come in flat. He's going to fire them off. It's going to be like, we're taking the ball, we're running it in, we're going to punch them in the mouth. This is not going to be the year that we get upset. Not again.
I'm counting on it. I wish them the best because I got him winning. I got the Lions winning this one by at least 10 points. Because it's gonna be at home. The Lions should be coming out. Now Motor City gonna be going crazy. So I got them winning, but however, you can't underestimate the Commanders. I'm telling you right now, do not underestimate the Commanders. So stay tuned. This is gonna be the night game on Saturday. I got the Lions winning, but Jaden Daniels, man, I'm telling you, he's a winner. If the game, let me tell you like this: if the game starts in, well, let me say it like this: if the game is at the mid fourth quarter, and it's close, you better buckle up because the Commanders will break a lot of people's bets, a lot of people's brackets. They are gonna break them up because if you give him a puncher's chance, Jaden Daniels and his crew will get to you. So do not discard. I picked the Lions, but do not sleep on them. Okay, so they crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into our next and final game for the weekend. All right, let's go and get it.
We call football.
All right, here we have the Eagles will host the LA Rams. The Eagles obviously having the number one rusher in the league. By the way, a chance to break the all-time leading record. But
that was absolute.
That is not important. That's not important. That's just
it was important. You are lucky that I was not here last week because I would have blown a fuse.
Like I agree.
You had a chance at legacy. You had a chance at
history,
a legend, a history, and you decide because you do not want to risk it. You could have just given him the yards that he needed and then just take him out. Why the?
Yeah,
I can't curse. Let me just. Why would you deny that man a chance of history? It took 30 goddamn years in order to break. How many years do you think it was going to take in order for someone to break his record?
Yeah, man. It's I think they were looking for it. If they don't win, let me tell you something. If they don't win their Super Bowl, he's gonna regret.
They're not going to. They're not going to.
Just the ifs, right? Let's say the if. If they don't go to the Super Bowl, he's gonna regret that
for the rest of his life.
Yes, he will regret that. All right. I'm not saying that he's the best, and thank you, the Giants. The Philadelphia Eagles have to be sending flowers weekly, sending gifts out of nowhere to the Giants, like sending them stuff like out of nowhere. Like, here you go, thank you.
Not the Lions, not the Lions specifically. Daniel Jones specifically. Daniel Jones, thank you for getting paid.
The Giants,
letting that man walk away.
The GM and all that, like sending flowers, bouquets, and stuff like that. And just before we keep going, hey, people that are watching and need like or share will be greatly appreciated. And remember, read the bottom part in here. Next week we'll be having our anniversary. All right, so keep in mind on that. All right. So on top of that, man, that tells you how bad the Giants are. So don't want to keep talking about the Giants. Talk to me about this matchup, Hush, and who you got.
You're gonna hate me for this, but
alert. You want me to do alert?
Upset alert, sir.
So you telling me
upset alert?
You telling me we got one of the danger alerts?
The purge is coming. And the second team that is getting upset at this weekend, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh. So you're taking the Eagles? You're taking the Rams?
I'm taking the Rams.
You're taking the Rams.
Believe in Matthew Stafford. I believe in that defense. I believe in them Ram. I believe in those boys, the Rams, for the upset.
On Philly. In Philly.
On Philly.
Taking okay, first of all, I got you. I had the Rams with the upset in the first week. That came great. I knew that was gonna come. All right, I knew that one. This one, I think it's too much. First of all, they're going cross country. Second, they're gonna be playing in the cold weather. An in-dome team. All right, that's 2. 3, you go in against the best rushing machine in the NFL. Then
I don't trust it. I don't trust Jalen Hurts.
I can give you that. I can if you talking about trust both quarterbacks, obviously been there, done that. Matthew Stafford, it will be more, right? But I think Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles need it more. They're gonna want it more. I don't think the offense will be the main character. I think the defense, both defense, are legit.
And in my opinion, I don't think the Rams have a better defense.
They got a young defense, a younger defense. So I think we will be good. So I got the Eagles. I got Hurts winning this. So I got my son in here.
It's all right.
My bad. So I got the Eagles winning this one, and it's not gonna be an easy one, right? Just like you said, the veteran part of is gonna play a factor in here. So you want to say hello? So okay. so once again, so I think the Eagles are gonna be taking care of this. It's not gonna be an easy game. What you got in this one, man?
I want to say 17-20 Rams. It's going to be by a field goal. It's going to be a drag-out fight, a dog fight. And like the coach of the Houston Rockets said in the 90s, don't underestimate the heart of a champion. I can't underestimate the heart of a champion. I gotta give it to the Rams.
I got you, man, but I don't see it in Philly. Philly got a lot in this one.
You know what the whole issue comes from is I don't think that the Eagles got that dog in them.
You think?
I think they soft.
You think they soft?
I think
they soft as baby poop. You saying right now?
Yeah. I think apart from Saquon Barkley, they soft.
Ooh. I don't know about that. I don't know about
Saquon. No. Apart from Saquon, the one that make them tough, the one that make them like they had that Philly grit with Jason Kelce. Without Jason Kelce, without that backbone, that team has no backbone. I think that team has no spine, and I think they just soft.
I think AJ Brown is one of the cores of that team. But do not discard Smith too as well in the wide receiver and the other end, the real deep threat. And I think Hurts is gonna turn some heads on this game. I'm telling you right now. They're in need. In the middle of the season, every team goes through a drought. In the case of the Rams, it was at the beginning of the season, but they turn it around.
It was also because their whole team was injured. Matthew Stafford was playing literally without any targets.
Nakua was also injured. I got you.
And Nakua was injured. Coop was injured.
But Hurts also dealt with that same thing too. He had to miss some time because of what's it called? Same thing that Tua had concussion protocols. AJ Brown missed some time with an injury as well. So
Yeah, I think he's like I missed like the first 6 games, if I'm not mistaken. I was like,
they both had to overcome pretty much, and they came from behind and won the division. They took the division from the Commanders. So I think personally, I think the Eagles will win this one. It won't be comfortable. Hurts will need to prove that he's the correct quarterback for the Eagles. All right, he probably gonna have to go through the same thing that happened in college. If he don't, what happened in college? That in Alabama, University of Alabama, he was a starter, but then Tua took his job in a bowl, and then he ended up moving to Oklahoma or something like that. Oh,
and that's why he blew up.
Or something like that, and that's whenever he came back to light. So if he loses this one, man, I'm telling you right now, the Eagles will be looking for another quarterback. I'm telling you right now.
But who can they look for? Like,
right now,
I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is.
They got Pickens as a backup, the former number 1 pick for the Steelers. So Pickens and he came in and he played really good. So you can't take. I mean, if you believe in Pickens, right? If you think he's a good backup, then
I've seen Pickens. No,
yeah. So they're not gonna have a good pick neither. So they're gonna be probably in the 20s in the draft pick. So they're not gonna see no quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that Jalen Hurts is in any danger anytime soon of losing his position like that. It's kind of like that, like the Dak Prescott situation is like, well, you have to pay him, you have to make him your quarterback because that's the only option that you have. Like quarterbacks are not like
something that just you come out of you go to the backyard and grab one and just put him out there, go and play.
Yeah, it's not like a resource that everybody has. Like there are teams that are struggling because they don't have a quarterback. So I don't think he's a bad quarterback per se. I just think that in my opinion he's what we called in the NBA a choker. He doesn't live for the moment. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He had James Harden. He had Russell Westbrook type of guy. He's good. He's good in the regular season. Once he gets in the playoffs,
it's something different.
The beard starts looking more like a baby soft skin. Like there's no beard there.
I'm telling you, but if they lose in this round, if they lose now,
some changes need to be made.
The coach is gone because they were talking about firing him already in the regular season. But you got the Rams by how much?
By 3.
By 3, so it's gonna be a close game. I got the Eagles by 7 by a TD at least. But I know it's gonna be, but it's not gonna be more.
It's gonna be
for
a tough
me.
fight.
It's going to be an ugly game. One of those ugly games. The defense will have something to say in this game, obviously. So, with that being said, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. So, let's go out there and start doing our outro. Let's go.
We call football.
But before we leave, Hush, let me go and get him. We got our next week is going to be our 1-year anniversary. We'll be giving stuff the whole entire week. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, stay pumped because we'll be giving free stuff over $1,000 on prices. So my boy Hush X will be hopefully with We Call Football next week and make it happen.
Yeah, I will.
And we will be getting at least some stuff that we got. We will be giving you something too with those gifts, okay? So stay tuned for that, all right? So, Hush, what you got for the people for the next week?
People,
what you got?
Again, it's like from the 20 to 25, $1,000 in prices, over $1,000 in prices, people. How many podcasts go out there and tell you it's like, oh, we're gonna give you stuff for just being there? Not a lot of people.
All you have to do is like and share and subscribe to us, and we got you all day.
And we got you. Just be in the live. We call your number. If you're there, boom. Here we go. You want a price completely free. No shipping, no nothing. We got you. Just again, like over $1,000 in prices. We call golf. We got personalized golfs. We got Jordan golf shoes. We got t-shirts. We got sports memorabilia. We have all around. If you are a fan of sports, golf, football, wrestling, basketball, baseball, everything, we got you.
All day, every day. So stay tuned next week. Like, share, and subscribe, and you will be in this. I'm telling you, all you have to do, just be there next week, all week long. All right? So let's jump on.
We call football.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and this is all for this week, and we call football. Hopefully our picks are good to go. Football's in the peak right now. It is incredible what's happening. So please, any like or share, we greatly appreciate it. On top of that, Hush, what else you got, man?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, commenting. We appreciate you guys always being here. And like I've always said, tomorrow is always a hope, never a promise, people. Just live your life, live in the present, enjoy every minute of your life, enjoy your loved ones, enjoy life in general. This has been Hot Shots. Hello?
All day. Hey, before we leave, we got here G.I. Josh, blah, 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 whatever he says. You already know what the hell he's saying. So he said he's a big Chief fan. He believes on Baby Goat. And here we got DJ also in the house from We Call Wrestling. He's saying go Dolphins next year, DJ. We got you. We got you next year. I'm with you, DJ. You're not alone in that one. Don't worry about it. The whole house is not alone because I got 2 Dolphins fans and 2 Falcons fans in the house. So don't worry about it. We're gonna get there, hopefully. All right. So this will be all for today. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, remember, measurement of excuses is 0. Keep going ahead. Hey, you're always gonna have problems, controversy, challenges in the way. Don't give up on life. There's only one. Enjoy it. Go at it. Be resilient. If you need somebody, we call football, we call sports through the chat. We can talk. All right. Please, you have to have your circle. That's important. Everybody that surrounds you is really important. So they play a factor. Keep making it happen. But with that being said, thank you for being with us tonight. And look for a hanger. Get in front of your closet and hang this up. Deuces, people.